Good evening. This is the Pepperell Board of Health meeting for 7/18/17. And we are being broadcast live by Pepperell Community Media and also by Sandra, our secretary, with her recorder here. And the first item on the agenda tonight is the acceptance of minutes for 6/20/17. And you have the minutes there before you, and have you had time to review? And do I have a motion to accept the minutes of 6/20/17?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of 6/20/17.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, state by saying aye.
I just have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Under 8, future meeting dates, A,
Yes.
TBD, Mr. Durnall adjourned the meeting.
Oh, yes, no. Me?
You adjourned the meeting,
I did.
correct?
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Did he make a motion, or did he actually adjourn it?
Did you, I think he made the motion.
Yeah,
but
he said I adjourned the meeting.
He did.
7:47.
Okay, so
Well, then
that's
let it
okay.
go.
Then we're fine.
Okay.
All right? I know he made the
Ordinarily,
motion,
it's
for sure, so.
chairperson. Okay.
Chairperson, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
All
So
those in
with
favor-
that being said, those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye,
Aye.
Aye.
of course.
Yes, you certainly can. That's for you to initials, my friends. Yes, can you sign, please? Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm just going to use this.
Okay, so we have appointments. For 702, we have 124 Chestnut Street, a new well. The applicant is seeking relief from 310 CMR 15.211. 1, to reduce the requisite offset from septic system from 100 feet to 93 feet. And I do not. Do we have anything in our binder about that?
Just a letter here.
I have this letter for 98, but I don't have that one. Unless it's in another section. There we go. Backing up. All right, sorry. I got it.
Are you Mr. Sassini?
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome.
Hi there, how are you doing?
Doing well yourself?
I'm good, thank
Could you
you.
mo- Could he move up front?
Would you like to move up front? There you go. Thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
easier for us to hear you.
Thank you.
How you doing, sir?
Thank you.
Oh, sure. So maybe briefly, you just want to
Explain.
introduce address and then why you're here.
Okay, my name is Peter Tassini. I live at 124 Chestnut Street. The reason I'm here is we're seeking a permit for a new well. Currently, our well is only 93 feet from our septic. That's why I'm keeping the same distance. Our whole issue started about 6 months ago. We had a land surveyed of our property, which we bought 18 months ago. And it comes to turn out that our current well is about a foot off of our property line onto my neighbor's. So out of multiple attempts, I've attempted to talk with him about an easement, which he said he would accept, and then I have one drafted, he said he will not accept. So then I asked him if he would sell the property, he said no, he wants to leave it as is, and since it's my well, and I don't have legal right to it, our only obligation now is to put in a new well, so my house has a legal water source.
Right.
So that's what I'm requesting. It is 93 feet. I understand that it needs to be 50 feet away from the property line. So it would be 50 feet over from the property line, and it's going to be with it. It's going to be 20 feet, 21 feet from the road, so it meets that requirement. And the numbers work out that it is still 93 feet from the septic.
Kayleen,
Sure.
yeah,
We have a
how
plan
did
if you
we,
wanted to
yeah,
kinda
how did
just-
we get to this point here? From point A to point B?
This might help
Yep.
explain more. Just-
I do own 2 acres. This is older, but my driveway is not here, it is here. This is all wetlands, and this is my septic, and my current well is there. But my property line goes this way. So I don't really want to put a septic behind a well behind my septic and have my water run through it.
Mhm, mhm.
And then I cannot go this way into my property because it is wetlands. So my alternative is to swing it this way, where it'll be 50 feet from my property line, 20 feet from the road, but it'll still be 93 feet from my distribution box in my septic.
This is gone through 2 previous owners without noticing this?
Yes.
We had the first one to do
Wow.
an official survey. Yeah.
Official survey?
Yeah.
You're the first one with an official survey?
The original owners owned it up to, from construction, and then they sold it, and the people we bought it from were only there exactly a year. So they didn't do anything. And the original owners, I'm sure when they bought it, they assumed that was the line.
And town water is not available, correct?
What a mistake.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. We're just looking to rectify this so we can move on.
Boy. What a disaster, hey?
And it's been that way since what year?
1990, sir.
Got a
90.
grandfather clause that could cover that?
There is. I've talked to the attorney. She said we could do, I believe it's adverse possession, where it's been my property for so long, but that's going to cost about $10,000, and it's a hit or miss. The judge could give it, could not give it.
Mhm.
So for economic reasons, it is cheaper for me to drill a new well and do it. It will be cheaper than doing that, and it's a guarantee that I will have water if they hit water.
Kayleen, your recommendations are?
You got the,
7 feet.
He has a unique situation in that you want to be obviously greater than 50 feet and even greater than 100 feet. That's Title V code. Given the site constraints, this is probably the best he can do for that particular site.
I've talked with Kenneth Kolonowski, the chief engineer.
what's the new well gonna cost?
They
Rough.
quoted me $6,600 for drilling down 335 feet, which my current well is 335. So I'm going off those measurements, and that is with a new pump. And I was going to do the excavation work myself, and then it just comes into the plumbing and electrical. So that figure I haven't figured in, but I'm sure that's under $3,000. So
But the bottom line
So
is
you're
it's
talking
an
10
unknown.
grand.
I'm talking $8,000 probably versus 10
If you hit,
if I hit. That's the
Right.
gamble. So I could gamble with an attorney and a judge whether I can take it from them. And personally, as an owner, I wouldn't want anybody drag me to court to take a 3-foot little circumference. I would just,
well, he's more or less taken from you
yes.
after it's been there for, when's the first one? What year was the first one?
I'm looking at this plan
1990.
too.
1990.
House was built in '89. Well was installed in '90.
But it's,
That's when
Where
the well
you're
was
at.
installed?
Yes, sir.
But I'm looking at, well, this is for the soil testing here. But I'm just,
27 years it's been there.
yeah.
Yeah, we tried working the site, moving the well around different locations, and this is absolutely the best he can do with the offsets in our code and the Title V code.
Your neighbor is saying thank you.
Yep.
Nice guy.
Does he have to fill in the other well?
I have no legal.
There's no
Well,
legal
you can't touch
bearing
it.
to it anymore.
Can't touch it.
It's not on
He
his
can use it to
property.
water his lawn if he wants.
Okay.
It's legally not on his property. It's a very interesting, unique situation that I never want to encounter ever again.
You and me both.
Well, the history's interesting, but it's where he's at now is what has to be dealt with.
I would put my money on the judge, but what are you looking for tonight?
I just would like to get permits so I can start drilling and put a new well in and move on with my life and
But he's
any
Oh.
headaches from my neighbor.
looking for that
I
offset.
would make a motion to give him his permit.
Do
He's
you,
got enough troubles.
do you want the variance to be recorded on the deed?
The board should entertain the request first, and then whether or not there's any annual testing or deed recordings, that could be part of it. And then I forgot to have it under the permits, so it should be there, but we can still acknowledge it, and I can get it out the door tomorrow. It's all paid for and reviewed.
Okay.
So what do you recommend? My motion? To approve? With specifications?
Well, he's gonna be required to do the full compliance testing, which is gonna include the Title V testing, so that's gonna be part of it. I don't think it would hurt to be recorded on the deed.
I think it should.
I so include that.
And testing is gonna be very important.
The water quality
The water testing.
And you're saying I have to get a new perk test done with my Title V?
No,
Oh, okay.
totally, no.
All right, I was just
No.
trying to
No.
understand exactly what I was gonna,
No.
requirements.
No, you need the 7 feet of relief tonight
Yep.
due to the site constraints. They should wrap a deed recording if they want to into the motion. And then you're gonna be required to test the water as part of the permit anyways.
Yeah, I would wanna do that before my kids drink out of it anyway, so.
Phil, you included the deed recording in his.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's already done that.
Okay,
Need a
so
second?
do I have a motion to accept? And then
I'll
I
second
need
the
a second
motion.
for that, and all in favor state by saying aye.
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 Thank you.
I still go
Wow.
with the judge.
I'm trying to do the
I'm
path
that
of
type
least
of guy.
resistance.
The only other item I have, again, so that was the variance request,
Yeah.
is the permit, and I failed to give that to Sandra. So that would be a permit for a new well at 124 Chestnut Street, and I also need a motion for that.
I'll make a motion that we give a permit for a new well at 124 Chestnut Street.
Second.
Okay, all in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
All right,
Aye.
thank you.
Thank you.
I'll have to draft it tomorrow. I don't have it here with me. Forgot it.
Are you gonna be here tomorrow?
Yes, but I have to draft it out of the other office, so
Okay.
you'll get it. I forgot it.
Okay, just call me or email me.
Yes.
Great, thank you.
All right.
Thank
very
you, board.
good.
You're very welcome.
Have a good night.
Keep an eye on
Thank
that
you.
well.
It's a lousy deal, but you're on your way anyways.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we have next on the agenda at 98 South Road. Variance request, the applicant is seeking relief from 310 CMR 15.405 to reduce the requisite offset to groundwater from 5 feet to 4 feet. And so this is for a variance, and hi there.
How you doing?
What's your name?
I'm Kevin Ritchie from Civil Solutions.
Hi, Kevin Ritchie.
Here with
And
Jim Schlesser,
hi, Jim.
the owner of 98 South Road.
Okay,
98 South Road is right down by the old car farm, right in front, more or less in front of that. South Road. So South Road is out here. Coming along driveways, 3 houses on it, down around. And there's Jim's house here. There's a well on the front yard. We got 2 deep leach pits in the backyard. He's in the process of moving. He's had a Title V done. The pits were in hydraulic failure, they were full. So we moved on to design them a replacement septic system. We do have some wetlands here along the side of the property. So initially, it was the 100-foot buffer zone. We started testing in this area here. The first test hole was full of stumps and construction debris and whatnot. So we moved away. This hole, we started to run out of soil. We didn't have enough. We didn't have the 4 feet of permeable soil here. So we moved back towards the existing system. Got better here. Groundwater was relatively high. So we moved up to the top of the plateau. It's basically the high point in the yard. And we had two good test holes here. Groundwater was just over 5 feet in both the holes. So we've got an existing septic tank here. It's partially under a brick patio. So we're proposing a new stone leach bed here. Soil was coarse gravel, so 2-inch material, which under new construction requires a 5-foot offset. We're asking for the local upgrade approval to reduce the 5 feet to the 4 feet. By reducing it that foot, the system is still coming up slightly. It's being elevated slightly above the existing grade, but with the 4-foot offset, it does allow us to feed the system by gravity rather than having to put in a pump in the pump chamber. So that foot made the difference of eliminating that component. So again, that's what we're here for, the variant, for the approval of the local upgrade approval to reduce the groundwater offset from 5 feet to 4 feet. The existing systems, the bottoms of those are probably into the groundwater, probably by 3 or 4 feet. So we want to be up out of the 4 feet up out of the groundwater.
Kayleen, do you have a recommendation on this?
Well, the goal is full compliance as best we can and to alleviate the cost of a pump system. To approve the 1 foot seems fair for the site.
Seems like it's going to be high enough there. So, what do you think?
I'm willing to make a motion.
All right, do I have a motion to?
I'll make a motion to approve the variance request for 98 South Road, seeking relief from 310 CMR 15.405, 1H to reduce the requisites offset to groundwater from 5 feet to 4 feet.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor state by saying aye.
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 Okay,
All right,
done
thank you
deal.
very much.
Thank you.
Wish they were all that easy.
I know. You did your homework. That's why.
Try to.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yes, he is.
Chair,
Okay.
does the board want to entertain the septic permit as well? It's item A under 6 since the resident engineer is still present. or-
Okay, we can move on to that. So, under the permits and licensing, the item A for South Road upgrade for septic. Okay, do I,
The only added stipulations, because you have a private well, is you do have to test the water quality. That is a stipulation on here. And then if the sewer line's rendered unusable, then we'll have to replace that as necessary, all captured on the plan though. So otherwise, it's a regular system.
okay. Do you need a motion for that?
Yes.
Okay, do I have a motion for accepting the sewer upgrade for 98 South Road?
Second.
Do I have a motion? Do I have a motion?
I thought she just made
No, I
it.
didn't
Nope,
make it.
that was me.
That
I
was
asked
you.
if you had if I have a motion.
Oh,
Okay,
you got it.
okay, I have a motion, and do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. State by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay,
So there is a fee due. Did you want to come in tomorrow and sign and pay for that?
Sure,
Okay.
I can just go down.
Yeah,
What-
right
what
next
time?
door.
10 o'clock? 9 o'clock?
8 to 12, he'd be there.
8 to 12?
Each 11:30.
What's the cost of that?
$225.
Okay. Sure.
Keppel doesn't have a separate fee, do they?
No.
I didn't think so, but I didn't want to say for certain.
And where does, where does the permit go from here?
Once you pay for it tomorrow, I'll have you endorse it, and then it's yours. You can break ground as early as tomorrow morning if you guys have someone lined up, or...
Actually, they gotta go to conservation next week.
Oh, okay, never mind then, you have conservation. Okay,
So we should
Probably
wait until then?
yes. Kevin will advise you. That must have been why she was calling today then.
Oh, Paula call?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
no, we have an appointment with them next Tuesday.
okay, so we'll let them know that this was approved then.
Okay.
All right.
So that's your Board of Health approval.
Okay, so is there still another Conservation Committee approval?
Yes,
Mhm.
that's next week, that's a different,
And that's for the
Different
same
board.
relief? From
that's
CMR?
because you were working within 100 feet of a wetland.
Wetlands.
Right.
Two different boards, two different
Okay,
sets of rules,
NOI or?
no, and our request for determination.
Oh, okay, gotcha, okay. So you can come into our office, pay for it tomorrow, 8 to 11:30, and then touch base with Kevin for next week's conservation meeting.
Okay,
Check, we're done.
so 8 o'clock tomorrow morning?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so I'm not gonna miss my 9 tea time,
Hopefully it cools off for you a little bit for
Oh,
tomorrow.
it's gonna be miserable tomorrow.
Gonna be nice
I
and
was hoping
steamy.
you didn't open till 10, I'd have to skip golf. That's great, it's too hot
It
tomorrow.
might not be ready till 10 if you get down here and the door's locked. You'll know to come back.
I'll be here at 8.
As will Sandy.
It's cooler in the morning anyway. Okay, thank you very
All
much.
right,
very
thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Good
thanks
night.
for coming in.
Two.
Good luck.
Yes, good luck.
Bye.
Take care.
Take care.
Okay. And we have a health agent comments. So under that, we have a ZBA application, ZBA 2017-03 for 15 Canal Street, a special permit. And
What is the application?
Sure, so this is an administrative appeal, it's rather lengthy. The applicant would like to continue running his business, which is continuing non-conforming use of the property without any additional requirements, as the building inspector had previously approved, so the appeal is above and beyond the Board of Health. They are currently operating on Canal Street with a party-type rental facility, if you will. They've received earlier this year a cease and desist from the Building Zoning Department. So what they're seeking now, the ZBA, is comments from all the boards. So as far as the Board of Health is concerned, anytime that you change the type of establishment, it went from one business now to the party rental business, we do require the Title V. They did do that. And it did pass, and it appears as though the flow, I've already spoke to the owner, is compensated and for the employees that are there. And it's also served by town water. Outside of that, I don't see any other jurisdiction for the Board of Health at this time. It was a rather long,
process.
appeal, I think, so I highlighted the two things I found relevant, which is the type of business and how many employees.
Okay.
So that would be our comments on behalf of the board. So if there's any edits or questions or changes, just let me know. I copied the applicant.
No, I don't see anything that I don't have any comments for that. I see your letter as being
Okay.
pertinent to what's being addressed here, so.
Do you want a motion to approve the letter?
Yeah, do we have a motion then to approve this letter?
I'll make a motion to approve the letter from Kayleen Gendron dated 7/18/17 regarding the ZBA 2017-03 administrative appeal for 15 Canal Street.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say by saying aye.
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 Okay. Thank you for that, Kayleen. That's a lot of work, researching that one. Okay, and then we have also SP 2017-5 special permit for a common drive at 25 through 33 Pierce Street. Health agent comments on that. Yeah.
I think the agenda probably speaks for itself in that it's a permit for a common drive, and also my comments. Currently, we're undergoing soil testing out there for a multitude of lots, so I anticipate cooperation, full Title V compliance. And then they are anticipated to be served by town water. This one I think is pretty straightforward and self-explanatory.
Okay.
I
Okay,
take it there's no comments from us?
I did draft a memo, it's dated 7/17, indicating full compliance with Title V and the required offsets.
No.
I think it's pretty much direct to the point. So, that letter is, do I have a motion to accept Kayleen's letter of 7/17 to the planning board? Her comments?
I'll make-
Motion to accept Kayleen's memo of 7/17.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. So, old business?
I got a question on the whole business. Flood Street, the condemned building that we had.
Yes.
Have you been by to see what's happening there?
Yes, that,
Been sold, or somebody taking it over, or the people that own it gonna recondition it, or what's going on there? My wife and I happened to go by there for some reason or another. I got out of the car and
yeah,
made an inspection, actually.
the,
Windows are out, the land's being,
yes, they
Created.
undid the condemnation. And the person that is there is legally authorized, from my understanding, to renovate and rehab the dwelling.
they rehabbing it, or they gonna tear it down?
I'm not sure of their exact intention, but they, in order to access the site, enter the dwelling, they had to undo the condemnation, and they did that. I made an inspection. It's in the file, and whatever they're
The
doing now
sign's
is,
still up.
I don't know, you could take it down.
Condemnation sign is still up, the tape,
Okay.
yellow tape is still there.
Okay, well, that probably should be removed then.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, was it down temporarily and then they were in there working and then they put it back up again maybe?
I don't know, the windows are gone, the doors are
But they
gone.
just don't want anybody in there, you know,
don't want anybody in
inside
there.
the dwelling
I don't know.
for
I
safety.
just thought
for
I'd ask
sa-
the question,
For
that's
safety
all.
reasons, maybe they just left the caution tapes up.
Because of that, that's all.
Yeah, no, I can, if the sign's up, it should be removed, so that's a good point.
Okay.
Okay.
What was the outcome of the possibility that the antique shop was selling pastries?
So site visits have proved unsuccessful. Apparently, they're only open on Fridays and Saturdays. So we just haven't gotten there yet. Hopefully the goal is this Friday, though.
What was that, on Groton Street?
Yes. We'd go there and no one would be there, and we were like, okay. And we saw the business hours, which was not a day we were there, so. But this Friday's the goal for that one.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other matters that I didn't reasonably anticipate that you'd like to discuss under old business? How about new business?
No business that matters.
Matters.
I don't think this comes under Board of Health, but on Maple Street, the people won't mention names. I don't want to.
It's okay.
I don't want to bring
We
it up.
we won't get into that tonight
No.
unless we need to, but
You know
that's,
about it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
okay.
all right.
So, with that being said, we'll move on to new business. So I have a letter here in
New
front of me,
business.
on new business. Do you have anything in there?
Mine empty.
All right, but this
Yeah,
is,
I
this
just
is
did
in
that.
regards to, discussion for pipeline, Sandra?
Oh, yeah, I read that.
Okay, okay,
You
yes.
don't have to read the whole thing.
No,
I
I'm
read
not gonna read all of this, but this letter is in, regards, it's a letter to Governor Baker, and it's about the, okay.
it. I'm in favor of signing it.
Would you like to, well, what we're gonna discuss, I guess, is shall we sign it as a board?
I'm in favor.
I'm going to abstain.
Okay. From signing it as a board, as a collective
We
board.
have to go as a board or not at all.
Well, I, as an individual board member, I'm one of three, and I'm abstaining from a discussion
Okay,
or a vote.
all right. Shall we address
No.
this at another time?
No,
Would you
there are
not?
three- no, there are three
Okay,
members.
all
You
right.
and-
Okay,
I
Yes,
just
as
need
a
to
board, I
abstain.
make a motion that we vote to have the state go against any new pipelines, fracking in the state of Massachusetts.
so as far as a board, as my.
As a board.
As a board, and what we feel as a board, if this is gonna be detrimental to the health of the state, of our town.
Yes.
So, I'm okay with signing this letter. I don't have a problem with this. There's lots of reasons why I feel, but I don't know if we need to discuss this as a board and sign together, or does it matter, Kayleen? It doesn't
I
matter.
don't think it matters how you endorse it, but Phil's motion exclusively just referenced as the board, and I think that's a misrepresentation.
Right, right.
So maybe
I
modify
think this
it.
is just a letter, as individuals,
It says-
addressing this from our
It says in the
board,
letter to do it as a board.
as a board.
They're trying to get all the boards in the state of Massachusetts to
Mm-hmm.
coincide.
To sign on this.
And I'm making that motion. If nobody wants to do it, fine. Go on to the next item.
Any comments on that?
Simple as that.
Are we getting, does it,
That's the board, I have nothing to do with that.
right? Okay. And Jimmy, you would like to abstain?
And I'm abstaining, but you're a three-member board, so.
Right, I understand. Okay.
You're abstaining personally or as a board, you don't want to
I
sign?
am abstaining, period.
Period. Okay.
Fine, go on to the next item.
Okay. Right then. We will move on.
Okay.
All right. That would be. All right, anyway, so permits and licensing, let's move on to that, okay? So we did 98 South Road, how about Moppet School, the recreation camp license? So they're up for their license renewal.
Yes, I am not aware if Jim has inspected them as of yet. However, there's the caveat that we can annually renew them. I'm not aware of any deficiencies in the past with that particular school.
I was just by there a while ago.
And they all paid their
They're in a
fees,
nice little
Yes.
school there,
all of them.
Yes.
Okay.
okay?
But
So-
you don't know if they've all had their inspections.
If they haven't, it's forthcoming, but I would recommend the board approve their permit at this time
Okay.
to
Okay.
operate.
All right, so do I have a motion to approve the license to operate a recreation camp for the kids at the Moppet School? Maple Dean Moppet School at 83 Hollis Road in Pepperell. Do I have a motion to accept?
I'll
I
make
make a
Go ahead.
I make a motion that we, okay Muppet Schools Recreation Camp license.
Okay, and the second.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor, state by saying aye.
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 Jim makes his rounds to the schools at, he has usually dates that he goes and, because it's a lot of work that he's doing for permitting these places.
Yeah, the camps are, they take a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
Should have asked him if he went there yet, but.
He knows it's coming up, though. Okay. Okay. And then we have a permit for a new septic system at 10 Maureen's Way.
Yeah, I just
And-
want to make one recommendation. So in essence, for these wells to be approved, they have to have a valid septic system. So the board might want to entertain one or two things right now. Wrap all of these septic permits into one particular vote and vote to approve or deny or take a different action, and then wrap the wells into them. They are
Okay.
all the same septic system, same design.
Okay, and they're all just at different addresses, so,
That is the only thing that separates
Okay.
these.
but
They're
they're all
fully
inclusive.
compliant, Title
Okay.
V systems. The wells need no offset requests, same with the septic. But I would do two separate, one for the well.
And one for the septic, okay.
And they're all new homes?
Correct.
Okay.
So I would,
Yeah, so,
Now we have what, Maureen's Way?
so you need a motion for all the wells at each of these addresses, so for 10, 6, 7, and 4, Maureen's Way. Well,
I would do the septics first, because you have to
Septics.
have the valid septics
Alright.
in order to get the well permits issued.
Gotcha.
So it would be 10 Maureen's Way, 6 Riley's Way,
Seven,
and
right?
7
7
Riley's
Riley's
Way.
Way, and 4 Maureen's Way.
Nope, no 4.
Oh, up at the back? Oh, that's just a new well, okay, never mind.
So that would be 1, 2, 3 septics.
10 Maureen's. 6
Septics?
Septics first, so 10 Maureen's, 6
There's only
Riley's,
three.
and 7 Riley's Way.
There's three.
10.
Correct.
3, that's correct.
I make a motion that we accept, new septic systems for 10, 6, and 7.
The different
Riley Way, and Maureen Way.
10 Maureen's Way.
Now, yeah, I just said 10, 6, and
6.
7, and I named them off. Riley, Maureen, and Maureen. Correct?
Correct.
I did it my way.
You did it
I
Phil's
think you
way.
combined the last one.
Okay. We get the gist. All right.
Well, it's Riley, and Maureen. So what? All those in favor? Yeah.
Well, yes. Do I have a second on that?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, state by saying aye.
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 Okay, so that is the septics.
Did you want to now do the vote for the
Wells?
Well,
Yes.
3 corresponding wells only, excluding 4 that was put in error?
Oh, it is, not, okay, not part of the, so that's not gonna be on there? Not-
Okay, I'll do that a little different this time.
Well, we aren't doing 4 Maureen's Way?
Correct, that was
Okay.
put on.
We're gonna just disregard 4 Maureen's Way at the back of the
Why?
sheet, Phil, because it's not part of the, they aren't putting a new well in there. Okay,
Four Maureen's Way is different.
right,
Okay,
it just is not included in the,
I make a motion that we pass the 10 Maureen's Way new well,
okay,
6 Riley's Way new well, 7 Riley's Way new well, and we'll stop there.
okay.
Yes.
Do I have a second on that?
I'll second.
Okay, so all in favor, state by saying aye.
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 All right,
My goodness.
that's a lot.
And then I would go on to 79 Oak Hill.
For an upgrade?
I'll tell you why, because we're going to be signing our life away soon. Okay. So 79 Oak Hill is a kind of unique situation. We had stopped a few projects quite a few months ago for some reason with the snow melt. The spring rain, everything saturated and groundwater came up unexpectedly in some sites. This was one of the sites that has been since shut down, and I've worked with the engineer. We've gone out and we decided to bring the water table much higher than anticipated. So with that being said, it's actually forced it into a pump system. And that is about the only difference from the stone and pipe system, is that they are bringing it up quite a bit. So I would recommend to the board to approve the septic system at this time.
Okay.
I make a motion that 79 Oak Hill Road upgrade be approved.
Okay, and do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those state in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Actually, have you guys sign that one. Yep. And then we're gonna do Challenger.
What about this Challenger Sports Recreation Camp? Why didn't we do that one?
It's coming.
It's coming.
I say, why didn't we do that one with all the others?
When the other camps were on, oh, we only had the one camp, so. Because it was right after the other. Here you go. So we'll catch up with them. But we won't forget them. We'll make sure we get their permit going. Thank you, Ben. So, that would be a license for Challenger Sports Recreation Camp.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
There you go.
I make a motion, we approve the Challenger Sports Recreation Camp.
It's at Glow Fields, 33 Chase Ave. Okay, from 7:17 to 7:21.
When did they start that one?
Yeah.
It's ongoing right now.
That new?
No, I think they've been doing this for years, probably.
This is the big soccer.
Yeah, I think they've been doing this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They travel to different towns, actually.
Okay.
Motion's on the floor.
All right. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor of the permit, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. When did they apply for the permit?
It would be on the application on the back, I'm not sure.
Is that July the 10th?
Should be a date stamp received?
July the 10th. And they've paid for their permit.
Next year, I would like to see these camps get their applications in earlier so that they can be duly inspected before they accept children.
This is outside on a field, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Just porta potties, you know, for the kids, but they usually put hand cleaner in the house.
Who checks their immunizations?
That's Jim.
Okay.
They have a huge,
It's a great big process, right?
yeah, that's why I said these inspections are at least, on average, 3 to 4 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And they have to have plans for emergencies
Oh,
and everything, medical.
But most of those people are trained for that in the camp settings. They have to have a required training.
Yes, typically they have, once that comes in, they submit a good-sized binder of the itinerary of the camp, emergency.
The owner of the camp has to
The immunizations are actually kept under lock and key. Those aren't part of the binder for HIPAA and all that other fun stuff. But, yeah, all that stuff is reviewed, and it's like a template they give us, and then the physical inspection.
Right,
Pretty intense inspection.
right.
So I don't know if we'll do bill warrants and maybe the future meeting, then we'll sign the
How
rest
about
of
the
those.
soccer academy?
Pardon?
That was
That was,
handed to us by accident. We got Berlin's camp in our folder by accident.
Oh,
That was also done in error.
that's a no-no.
That's a no-no. We are not doing that one.
I did not see the word Berlin when it came through.
Okay, so we have one bill warrant, Sandy?
Yes, we do. This is for the year 2018, and it's for the subscription to Mass Association Health Boards in the first quarter finish over.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Okay, so the future meeting date also, our next meeting will be for August the 1st.
Are we doing the 1st and the 15th, or?
Well, would you prefer to move it to the 8th and the 22nd?
If we do the 2 meetings, I can't do the 15th, the second one.
Okay. Is anyone opposed to moving them?
I'd recommend then that we move it to the 22nd.
Okay. All right, so we'll do the 1st and the 22nd. Okay.
First and the 22nd.
Mm-hmm. All right. And now, for all the signing.
We could probably close the meeting, it's just
Yeah.
a formality of
All right.
signatures, because you already approved them.
Okay, not to
Oh,
bore everyone with signing papers.
That's what I mean, but if
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
else has any other business.
Yeah, do you have any other business, Dylan,
Yeah.
that you'd like to talk about, or can we adjourn the meeting? Is that okay? We just
You're in
have,
your meeting as far as I'm concerned.
it's okay. All
Yeah.
right, all right, so we're gonna adjourn the meeting at 7:47.